Hi YouTube, here is my 2000 Hoover Vortex. Some collectors may call this the infamous Hoover Vortex because Dyson filed a lawsuit against Hoover on this particular cleaner because they claimed it infringed some of Dyson's patents, which it probably did. So that cost Hoover a lot of money. So they eventually had to stop producing it as a dual cyclonic cleaner, or as Hoover claimed, this was a triple cyclone, not dual cyclone. But yeah, they had to stop making it as a efficient cyclonic machine. They had to make it with a filter, so it clogged more easily. But anyway, it's a shame they had to stop making it because it's a very nice cleaner and I think it's very stylish. A lot of people might think it's ugly, but I do like this cleaner very much. This is model V1500. I paid about 40 quid for this off eBay. It came from another collector, so it did need a bit of a clean. It was quite dirty, but I think he said it was in storage for a while. So anyway, I'll give you a bit of an overview of it. So, the Vortex has this style of cleaner head which they later used on the Hoover Pure Power Bigfoot. The Bigfoot had obviously about 2 inches wider on each side, but this styling here was on the Bigfoot, but it was originally designed like this on the Vortex. So it has got a Pure Power chassis, and anybody that knows about Pure Powers will know how weak the chassis are, and just the name Pure Power in general might send some collectors off into a frenzy. I don't know. Some people really don't like them. I do. I like the old models. I wouldn't buy a new one. I'm not really interested in any of the later models. I just like the early ones from the late 90s. So anyway, it has got the Pure Power handle release pedal inside here. This covers it, but the little thing is still under there, so because it has this bigger area for you to press on, it's still hard to push this pedal down, but it's a lot easier to release. So as you can see, it says Hoover Vortex, triple Vortex system, letter in there, and the O is like a sort of a vortex shape thing there. And there is your carpet care control, as Hoover called it. So it's short carpet, medium carpet, long carpet and hard floors, luxury carpet and tool mode, but I normally leave it on short carpet. Up here is a post motor filter. On the model above this, which was V2000, this would have been a HEPA filter, but this is just like a micro exhaust filter, being the lower down model. So there's your bin that collects the dust. It has got a bit of sandblast into it, but it's not too bad. There's the max line. Again, there it says Triple Vortex System V1500. There's the little vortex detailing thing again. On the side here it says 1. Triple Vortex System, 2. No bag, no filter replacements, no problems, and 3. Carpet care. On this side over here it says Hoover in bold embossed letters. Now it doesn't stand out as much on camera, but it does in real life. But anyway, up here you've got the Hoover lettering again. Then it says, by appointment to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, manufacturer of vacuum cleaners and laundry equipment, Hoover Limited, Merthyr Tydfil. And there we have a Hoover logo emblem thing, which covers a screw for the handle. Further up here you have a, without dropping things on the floor, a very large on-off switch. You couldn't miss that, could you? So very easy to press. On the side here is some sales stickers. It says easy access tools, locking tilt foot, flexible to move over all types of floor, 13 stair total cleaning, 4 metre length. That's the hose. Here is a blanking piece. This on the V2000, the model above this, would have been a card rewind button, but this was the cheaper version, or the more economical version, if that's what you want to call it, so it cut back on that feature. So it says easy move multi-grip handle, large capacity, easy empty dust container. So you can hold this handle in various positions. You can hold it wherever you want to, depending on your height as well. On this side you've got a pre-filter cover which has a little suction release valve there, and that goes from there. And there is your pre-motor filter, which is sort of like a diffuser thing, but this is washable, and also the post-motor filter is washable as well. That just fits back in, and that goes on top. So you have a 360-degree swiveling card hook here that releases the card, which is about 6 metres, or it might be 8 metres actually. But if you notice, it even has the same plug as a Dyson DC01, but it says Hoover on it obviously instead of Dyson. And I think the Dyson, this style of Dyson plug had a plastic earth pin, whereas this has metal. You might also notice the card hook is a Turbo Power 1 card hook. There's a big, easy carrying handle there. It's very comfortable to hold. So here are your onboard tools. You have your dusting brush, which has relatively soft bristles. They are a bit prickly, but they're relatively soft. And it does have the little section there where you can put the crevice tool into. And it has this nice action. It clicks in place like that, so it's not going to come out. And then you have a upholstery tool, or as Hoover called this, a stair grooming tool. It's got these bristles at the back which agitate the carpet fibre. And then you have the things in there again, so you can put the scabbard crevice tool into that. And it does have that same clicking action, so it doesn't come out. At the top here you have your scabbard crevice tool. There would have been a cap on there to make things look nicer, but obviously that's got lost over the years because you have to remove it to actually use the tool, so it's understandable. So that's your crevice tool, and then you have a extension wand. Now these, the extension wand and long crevice tool is shorter than the one that was with the Turbo Power 2. So I've seen later Turbo Power 2s from about 2000 with these extension wand and crevice tool, and they're too small for the slot on the back of the machine. So obviously they were Vortex ones because it has to fit in this area here. So they just fit neatly in the handle there. So you also have your hose, which is a full length 4-metre stair cleaning hose, as the machine suggests on the side, and it does have this little bracket thing here, not bracket, but it's like a rubber clip which corresponds with this hook. You hook that on there. Can show you better, there we are. So when you pull it along, it doesn't fall over. That's when you're cleaning upholstery. When you're cleaning stairs, you release it from there and you'll easily get to the top of the stairs. You might also notice that this hose is the same hose that comes with the DC01. See the way it retracts and pulls out, it sort of ripples. But yeah, it's the same hose as a DC01. You couldn't use a pure power 4-metre hose on this because the space is too short for where it has to store. But it does easily twist off here for unblocking. I can get it back on, there we are. And again, it twists off at the hand grip and like that, and obviously it spins round on both ends. And then this also swivels to make things a bit easier, and that just fits neatly back. So yeah, here is the bin. It's a bit like a Bissell Power Force, how you release the bin. You twist this lever, and if this stays here, sometimes it spins with it. You just turn it slightly and it removes. You can just tip the dirt away. Obviously that's where your fine dust collects and your larger debris on the outside. Here's the little pad thing that helps create a seal between the bin and the top of the Cyclone. And to remove this, the post filter, you just twist it anti-clockwise, and then it removes, and there's your post motor filter, which is washable. It has I'm not going to take it out because I won't be able to get it back in with one hand. It has a sponge in there as well, which you can wash also. So this whole thing is washable. And there's your motor down there. It just fits back on. And obviously there's a diagram showing you how to do it. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you just have to line it up in the correct place. There is little lugs on the side which correspond there. Very easy to fit back on. You turn it and it's locked in place. Up here, as you can see, that's the shroud that just twists off like that. You can rinse that under the tap. And again, there's a seal there, just like there is on the top of the bin insert on a DC01, except this is part of the shroud. So that's easy to take off and clean. So there's your Cyclone up there. That's your little hole thing there where the dirt goes back up to the top. It's quite narrow, so it does restrict a bit of airflow, but it's okay. It just twists back in like that. And then your pad goes back in there. Oops, like that. Your bin goes back on and twists. Then you turn it and that seals it. Like that. Hoover helpline there. And underneath, sorry about the sun being out today, you have the wonderful activator brush roll, and it has much stiffer bristles than a DC01, and they're far closer together, and you have these activator beta pads. Sorry about the sun here, I'll try and block it out with my hand. You can see a bit better. It doesn't really edge clean. Some of the early models had a rotating brush on the end here, but sometimes some models had static brushes which aren't very good, they just get things caught in it. So as you can see, it's Hoover model V1500 001, serial number 37651601 0024, which means it was made in the 24th week of 2000. And 1046, 230 volts to 240 volts 50 Hz, 1100 to 1150 watts, 1350 watts max. BEEB approved. Hoover logos and other markings made in EC, which would have been the UK. I think the cylinders were only made in Spain. But anyway, that's it. The lovely Hoover Vortex. I do really like this machine. It's a little bit noisy, but it's not bad. I'll just plug it in and get going here. I can get to the plug. So it is much better than a DC01. It has stronger suction. It's not as good as a Pure Power. The suction isn't quite as strong as a Pure Power, but it's still a very decent vacuum. So I won't put anything down, I'll just see what it picks up, because that bin has been washed out. The whole machine's been cleaned, but I've cleaned it a while ago, so I'm only just making the video, so I just wanted to give it a true test to see what it'd pick up. So without further ado, here we go. I've got dry brush roll bearings there. So let's see what we picked up. The bin must have been a bit damp, because you can see it's stuck to the sides, but I have vacuumed today with the Turbo Power 3, so I wasn't expecting much. There's a bit of hair there and some fine dust, as you can see. So, anyway, just before I end the video, let's just clear this up using the hose. It is much easier and quicker to use than the DC-01 for the tools. Anyway, let's see how I can pick this up. That is the brush roll bearings. I do need to oil those. I think I forgot to do it before I put it back together, but it's certainly not the motor. The motor does have a bit of dry bearings, but you know, can't be helped. So, there's the lovely Hoover Vortex. As I said, the card wraps around the bottom hook on the bin there. Let's have a look at the pre-filter. No, clean. Well, there wasn't much dirt down anyway. As you can see, the air channels are... Sorry, the air paths are very small. So a lot of suction is restricted. Compared to a pure power, so it could have a lot more suction, but it was pretty much rushed onto the market from Hoover, but that's no surprise. But anyway, I'm rambling on, and this video is getting far too long now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and you might have been waiting a while for this, so I apologise. But anyway, there's my Hoover Vortex model V1500 from 2000. Thank you for watching.